And as you're reclined on the ground here, you can begin to picture a Ziploc bag that's filled with water. And when you put that bag that's filled with water down onto a surface, a table or a counter, right, the whole bag kind of spreads out. The water within that Ziploc just really gets wide on the surface that it's resting on. And we know that our body is made mostly of water, right? It's something like more than 80% water. So picturing that you yourself are that container, that Ziploc bag, and that all the water held within you can spread a little bit wider on the surface that you're resting on. And you can start to feel maybe the back body spreading. Some of the soft tissue, right, taking up a little more space on the earth. I'm letting go of any noticeable gripping or tension. Check in with your temples, your mouth and jaw. You might even soften the inner ear, neck and throat. And as you settle and ground, there's that check-in I was talking about. So how are you doing? How are you showing up? How are you feeling? And there's no judgments around what it is that you find or feel or face today. You're just looking to uncover the truth of what is. And you're taking that little bit of inventory through all the koshas, through all the layers of self. Is there a space in the body that you need to be a little bit more careful or tender with this morning? What is the quality of your mind, the quality of your thoughts? Check in with your emotional center. Has anything been stirred up for you? And how are you breathing? Are you connecting to the more subtle body? And if you haven't already began to breathe deeper, deepen your breath. Just noticing the gentle rise and fall of your inhale and your exhale. And each inhalation has a receiving quality, a nourishing quality. Every exhale is a chance to let go. Go ahead and count out 5 deep breaths here, in and out of your nose. Each breath in can be a little bit deeper than the breath before it. Each breath out, fully, completely empty. Now, when you get to your 6th inhalation, you'll draw your knees up tight into your chest, take your hands around your shins and pull your thighs down towards your belly. You can point and flex your toes a couple times, maybe roll your ankles. So you're just kind of waking up your feet. Nice. Reach your hands down for your feet, maybe the inner edges, maybe the outer edges, and take your knees wide past your shoulders into Ananda Balasana. You might like to take your thumbs and hook it between your first and second toe and give a little pressure to the base of your toe there. Now feel your hands pull down on your feet and your feet press back up into your hands and your whole back line presses against the floor. From the back of your head, your shoulders, upper back, mid back, lower back, and even some weight in the hips reaching down. As you inhale, straighten your legs wide out to the sides, but keep the back body pressing towards the earth, reclined to Prasarita. Just notice how your hamstrings are feeling as they're bend in the knees. Are you able to straighten all the way? Are you feeling tight? Are you more open? Inhale, draw your knees back in toward the midline. And as you exhale, you're going to lower just your right foot to the earth. Knee stays bent. Go ahead and take your strap, hook it around the ball mound of your left foot, and extend your left leg up to the sky. So I'm going to give, for anyone that wants it, a little visual of where I want the strap on the foot. So it's that space that's right under your toes, not quite the center arch. Right, and that helps you flex your foot with a little bit more vigor and angle your toes back down towards your face. So you're thinking about extending up through your heel and pulling back down through your toes. Yeah. Now, as you're here reclined on the back, there's a really active effort of how much you're reaching your leg up into your strap. I want you to feel like you're lengthening your whole left leg up towards the sun. If this is feeling okay, right, not too much stretch, you can straighten your right leg long on the ground. If that makes it too much, right, through the hamstrings, you can always keep a bend to your right knee. And there's not a better, right, or worse way to take the posture. There's just a way that you can feel it in your own body. So wherever you get that sensation of stretch is the perfect place to be. Now, if your right leg is straight and extended, imagine a heavy sandbag sitting on top of the right thigh, grounding your right hip and your right quadriceps towards the earth. A little bit of energy pressing down there. Keep reaching up through the line of your whole left leg as you settle your shoulders onto the ground again. And so mindful that you're not tensing too much through upper body. You might close your eyes as you just hold this yin stretch, right? More slow lunar stretch. A very gentle awakening of the body. Now, sometimes as we hold postures, as we hold stretches longer, it can feel like we have a moment of release or a little bit more opening. So if that happens at any point, you're thinking about taking your left leg and pulling it closer towards the crown of your head. Right? So your foot's kind of moving back towards your face. If you feel at any point, there's just a little more room. Yeah, go ahead and count out 5 more deep breaths here. Really deep, full breaths, the deepest breaths that you're breathing of the day. Try to keep muscles of your face a little more easeful. In your own timing, when you get to your 6th inhalation, strap is going to come into your left hand. Right arm is going to open wide out to the right side, palm up or down. And as you exhale, you're going to start to open your left leg over towards the left. So again, right knee can be bent, foot planted, a little pressed down through the bottom of the right foot. But if right leg is extended, you want to be mindful not to let this right side lift up off the ground, right? You're still anchoring right hip back of the right thigh against the floor. Now, it's important that you're still extending out through your heel and flexing back towards your toes. So you want to keep this whole left leg active, right? You're awakening some of the muscles of strength and stability within the stretch, improving flexibility. And that's really what we want our yoga practice to do, right? We want to help us become more flexible while being strong, while being steady in ourselves. All right, so we're not going to stay here too long. One more big breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, your left leg rises back up towards the sky. Go ahead and switch the strap to the opposite hand. Left arm opens out wide. Right leg straightens if your knee is bent. And as you exhale, begin to tip your left leg over to the right. Now, mindful here that you're not going into your deepest range of motion, but you want to keep your left shoulder blade on the floor. Yeah. You're just kind of feeling into that first sensation, that first edge of stretch. You're still pressing your leg into your strap, reaching out through the bottom of your foot, right? And drawing that flex of your toes back in towards your face. If you want a little self-assist, you can take your left thumb and hook it into your left hip crease and start to press this left hip forward and down. So you're looking by doing that to create a little bit more stretch and length through the lower side body of the left side here. Nice. Again, one more big breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, lift your left leg back up towards the sky. Let the strap release from around your foot. And as you exhale, take your left leg down to the ground long to meet up with your right. Inhale, stretch your arms overhead. And as you exhale, relax the backs of your arms onto the ground. Eyes closed for a moment. Go inside and just feel the echo of that. How does the left side feel different from the right side? Nice. Now this time, keep your left leg long and extended on the ground. And as you inhale, pull your right knee up in towards your chest. Go ahead and loop the strap around the ball mound of your right foot, taking that leg up towards the sky. Now, with left leg extended, we got a little stretch at the hamstring. So this side might feel a little more open on the left side. But if it's too much sensation, again, go ahead and bend your left knee, plant your foot. Yeah, you want to let your hands slide down on the straps enough that your shoulders aren't lifting up off the ground, but the back body is anchored against support. Now find that action of lifting up, right? Up through your heel and out. And then flexing your toes back down towards your face. And you should feel a little more stretch through your calf, right? As we work into the hamstring, as you keep your foot flexed here. So the effort in this posture, right, where we're feeling some aliveness, is really in the extension of the left leg up through the heel and the action of pulling the strap down against your foot. right? You're creating an isometric muscular movement. I promise, right, we'll get moving, but we want our right side to feel balanced. And we want our right leg to feel just as long as the left one does now. So again, 5 breaths here. Left hip is nice and heavy, right? If left leg is extended, back of the thigh is rooting down. Six inhalation, strap comes into your right hand in your timing. Left arm opens wide out to the side. Exhale, begin to take your right leg over towards the right. So here too, we're still pressing out through the line of our leg, right? We're not releasing that effort. This posture is really about opening a little bit more through the back line of the legs, the attachments of the hamstrings. Right? We have 3 hamstrings in each leg. So while we're with that stretch, we want to replicate the action. Right? Nice last breath here, really deep inhale. And empty exhale. Inhale, right leg rises back up towards the sky. Go ahead and straighten your left leg. If your knee is bent, take the strap in your left hand, right arm opens wide. Exhale, find the first edge of sensation. Right? So again, that place where your right shoulder blade can stay on the floor. If you want that little self-assist, right thumb comes into the crease of your right hip and you can press that forward and down. You try to relax any unnecessary tension in your jaw or gripping in your teeth. Big breath in to receive and nourish. Full breath out to let go of any stress. Nice. Next inhalation, right leg rises back up to the sky. Release your strap off to the side. Exhale, take your right leg down to the earth, long out ahead. Inhale, arms overhead, full body stretch. Exhale, relax your shoulders, the backs of your arms against the floor. Again, eyes closed, dive in, just notice, marinate in that echo of sensation. Nice, and then with an inhale, drawing your knees in towards your chest, hands grab your shins. Exhale, pull your thigh bones down against your belly. Take your hands to the backs of your thighs. Inhale, rock up to sit, cross your shins, and come forward to your tabletop, hands and knees. Spread your fingers nice and wide apart, so really stretching the palms of your hands. Exhale, tuck your toes, take your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Move around a little bit, right?
See if you can truly weight your head to the ground so you feel some release in your neck. Breathe deeply. As you inhale, come high up on your tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees and lift your sit bones to the back corner of the room where your wall meets your ceiling. Exhale, begin to straighten your legs as you keep that rise of your hips. Inhale, walk your hands all the way back towards your toes. Exhale, bend your knees enough to weight your belly onto your thighs and hang. Inhale, roll up to stand. Heavy arms, heavy hands. Exhale, lift your shoulders up to your ears, onto your back and down. Inhale, big circle of your arms up to the sky overhead, extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart, bend your knees, Utkatasana. Revolve your twist over to the right. Take a breath in here like you could lengthen and stretch your spine. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, come all the way back up to stand. Reach your arms up, straighten your legs. Tone through your belly. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, walk your hands forward to the front of the mat, high plank asana, right? Toning the belly. Exhale, lower your knees, chest, and chin to the floor. Wiggle your feet a little further away. Inhale, heart lifts, almost no weight in the hands, Bhujangasana. Exhale, lower to the earth. Tuck your toes, tone your legs, tone your belly. Inhale, push up to high plank. Exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Weight shifts into left foot. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. Exhale, open your hips to the side, bend through your knees. See if you can squeeze your heel towards your butt, get a little more stretch through your quadricep. Inhale, straighten your right leg, square your hips down to the ground, tone your belly. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose, round your back, coil in, tighten small. Step your foot forward between your hands, take a breath in, extend your lunge. Exhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Take a full breath in, lift your gaze up overhead, building a little bit of energy, receiving. Exhale, hands to the earth, left foot to the sky, standing split. Breathe in, take a half lift. Exhale, draw your left knee to your nose, round your back, hug your belly. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Try not to touch that left foot down, arms to the sky. Exhale, circle your hands to your side, take your foot back and see if you can grab hold of your left foot behind you with your hands. Might be one hand, might be both. Now you're thinking about squeezing your heel tight to your butt. Notice what happens if you press your knee back behind you a little bit and keep pulling your heel up towards your butt. So you're taking, right, from the center a little bit back. It should help deepen the stretch. Yeah, nice. Release the bind of your foot. Inhale, arms circle up to the sky overhead. Left knee pulls up into your chest. Exhale, step your foot to the back of the mat, high lunge. Really nice. Inhale, gaze up. So a little bit of challenge on the balance, right? It's early. It's a little harder this time of day. Exhale, palms to the floor. Inhale, right foot steps back to the left, plank pose. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. Feet wiggle a little further behind you, hips are steady and grounded. Inhale, Bhujangasana, shoulder blades drawing together behind the heart. Exhale, lower to the earth. Tuck your toes, tone your legs, your belly, your arms. Inhale, push up, high plank. Exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Breathe in, come high on your toes, little bend in your knees. Exhale, lift your hips up and back towards where the wall meets the ceiling. Exhale, straighten your legs, heels ground. Inhale, hands walk back towards your toes. Try to lead with the opposite hand. Exhale, bend your knees, weight your belly onto your thighs, hang. Heavy arms, heavy hands. Inhale, rolls you up to stand. Exhale, shoulders up to your ears, onto your back and down. Inhale, big circle of your arms out and around you, reaching up towards the rising sun. Exhale, hands to heart, bend your knees, chair pose. Revolve your twist left. Yeah, take a breath in, lengthen your spine. So you want to feel like, oh, I can get taller. Exhale, revolve your twist a little bit deeper. Inhale all the way back up to stand. Tone your belly as you reach your arms to the sky, extended mountain. Lead with your heart. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, hands walk forward to the front of the mat, high plank position. If you're ready for Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale, lower halfway down. Otherwise, drop all the way to the floor. Inhale, upward facing dog or staying with cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Weight shifts into right foot. Inhale, left leg lifts up and overhead. Exhale, bend your knees, squeeze your heel to your buttocks. Try to feel a little more stretch through your quadricep, front of the leg. Inhale, straighten left leg, hips square down to the ground, belly tones. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose, come into that tight, rounded center. Step your foot forward, front of the mat, take a breath in, lengthen your lunge. Exhale, arms up, high crescent. Breathe in, gaze up, heart lifts. Exhale, hands down, right foot to the sky, standing split. Inhale, half lift. So like you're stretching the center column of your spine. Exhale, right knee to nose, rounding your back, hugging your belly. Try not to touch foot down. Inhale, rise to stand, right knee to chest, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands circle to your low back, reach your foot back behind you, see if you can grab hold. Nice. Now again, right? We want to be mindful that we're not collapsing, right, into the balance, but we're standing tall through the standing leg. Yeah, take this right knee, press it back behind you in space, and keep pulling your heel tight to your buttocks. And just notice what you feel. Release the bind of your foot. Inhale, arms up to the sky, right knee pulls up into your chest. Exhale, step it back, high lunge. Nice, inhale, gaze up to the sky, heart lifts a little bit. Exhale, hands to the ground, left foot steps back. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, you're connecting vinyasa. Meeting each other back. Downward facing dog. So we're gonna try that flow twice more. I'm gonna guide you through it once more. You're thinking about, can I remember the sequence? Inhale, high in your toes, little bend in your knees, sit bones lift up and back. Exhale, straighten your legs, ground your heels. Inhale, hands walk back towards your toes, try to switch the hand that leads. Exhale, bend your knees, weight your belly onto your thighs and hang. Inhale, roll up to stand, heavy arms like there's lead gloves on your hands. Exhale, shoulders up to your ears, onto your back and down. Inhale, arms to the sky, tone the belly. This isn't a back bend, it's just a lengthening. Exhale, hands to heart, Utkatasana. Revolve your twist right. Take a breath in, grow tall. Take a breath out and twist. Inhale, lift back up towards the sky through center. Tone the belly, lead with your heart. Exhale, swan dive fold. Inhale, hands walk forward, front of the mat, high plank. Exhale, you're lowering towards the ground. Inhale to a back bend, shoulders pull in and back. Exhale, hips rise to the sky. Weight lands in the left foot. Inhale, right leg up behind you. Exhale, roll your hips open, squeeze, heel to butt, stretching your quadricep. Inhale, straighten your right leg, square your hips, tone your belly. Exhale, hug your knee to your nose, nice and small and tight. Step your foot forward between your hands. Inhale, get long in your lunge. Exhale, arms reach up to the sky. Inhale, gaze up, chest lifts. Exhale, hands to the ground, left foot lifts, standing split. Breathe in, take a half lift, heart forward. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose, round your back, coil in. Try not to touch down. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, knee to chest, arms to sky. Exhale, hand circle to your low back, left foot moves back to meet your hands. Right? Inhale, grow tall through the center. Exhale, press your left knee back, pull your heel tight to your back. Inhale, release your hands up overhead, left knee to chest. Exhale, step your left foot back, high lunge. Inhale, gaze up, heart up. Exhale, hands down. Right foot steps back, plank pose, breathe in. Exhale, your connecting vinyasa. And you can always skip that vinyasa, just come into down dog and grab 3 breaths in stillness, if that's what you're needing. Right, switch your hands, inhale, walk your fingers back towards your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, belly to thighs, hang. Inhale, roll up to stand. Exhale, shoulders up to your ears, onto your back and down. Tone the belly, inhale, arms sweep up. Right, you're thinking about remembering your sequence. Exhale, hands to your heart, Utkatasana. On the exhale, revolve your twist. Take a breath, grow tall. Exhale, refine your twist. Inhale, rise up to stand, arms to the sky. Lead with your heart. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, hands walk forward to the front of the mat, high plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Weight in the right foot. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Exhale, open your hips, bend your knees, search for that little extra quadricep squeeze. Inhale, straighten your left leg, hips square, tone through your belly. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose, coil in, cat rounded back, and step your foot forward. Take a breath in, extend and stretch, develop your lunge. Exhale, arms rise to the sky, high crescent. Inhale, gaze up, a little more of the back bend, heart opening. Exhale, hands to the earth, right foot to the sky, standing split. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, knee to forehead or nose. Inhale, all the way up to stand, arms to the sky, knee to chest. Exhale, hand circle to your back, foot moves back behind you to meet your hands. Right, so a little pause, inhale, refine the length, right, rooting down and rising up. Exhale, press your knee behind you, pull your heel towards your butt. Release that bind in the hands, inhale, knee to chest, arms to sky. Exhale, step your foot back behind you. Inhale, gaze up, heart up. Exhale, hands to ground, step left foot back. Full breath in, plank pose. Right, your connecting vinyasa. Right, come back, downward facing dog. Inhale, high on your toes, little bend in your knees, lift your sit bones up and back. Exhale, straighten your legs, ground your heels. Now you're on your own here. So I'm gonna try not to verbally guide you, But if you need a visual, I'll be doing it with you. Right? Move with your breath. Try not to let your thinking be the guide as much as your feeling, right? Really tapping into sensation in your body, sensation in your breath. And as we move through postures, we want to feel effort where we're intended to feel effort. And so don't shy away from that. But we also want to feel ease where we're intended to feel ease. So keep releasing the unnecessary tension. Whether that's a repetitive thought, right? Or a gripping in your jaw, or a holding onto the past, right? Or a stressing about the future. And it's totally okay if you forget something, if you skip something, if you add something. Right? You're just trying to find this more fluid expression of movement. When you get back to your down dog, take that little reset. Inhale, high in the toes, bend the knees, lift the sit bones. Exhale, straighten your legs and round your heels. A pause before beginning the left side. When you come back, downward facing dog. We're going to meet there together. Regulate your breath here. See if you can spread your shoulder blades a little wider apart. Inhale, high in your tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees, lift your sit bones. Okay, next breath in, straighten your legs, ground your heels. Count out 5 deep breaths here. Breathe. Tone the belly. Breathing with your whole body. The very deepest capacity of your lungs. In your timing, when you get to your 6th inhalation, right leg lifts up to the sky. Hips stay square to the earth, toes point down to the ground. Exhale, draw your knee to your right upper arm and step your foot outside of your right hand. So you're in a nice wide lizard lunge. Yeah, and then go ahead and release the back left knee to the floor. And if you have sensitive knees, you can always bring a little extra padding under the left knee or fold your mat over for a little more support. Nice, take your right toes, angle them 45 degrees out to the side, left hand plants on your shoulder. And as you inhale, right hand to right thigh, go ahead and give your leg a little press away so you can start to even roll onto the pinky toe edge. Now, you're not just pressing into your hands and going slack in your hips, but you're resisting by pressing your leg a little bit back in towards your hands. Yeah, and the action of your hand assisting your leg is pressing down and forward, right? So it's going a little out and away. Yeah, down and forward. Nice. Nice. Now you're going to release right hand back to the floor, heel toe your right foot back in so that your knee is just over your ankle. You're still in a lizard lunge. You're still a little wider, right? But you're perfectly stacked in this right knee. Now weight comes into the right hand. Inhale, left arm circles up, back, and around. And you're going to start to bend your back knee and reach your hand for your foot. And you can grab the outer edge, the inner edge. Ideally, we want to start to work our hand around to grab the inner edge, right, which helps open our pectorals and a little bit more of the front of your chest. Yeah. Now, it's easy to get like lost in sensation of the back leg, but what we want to keep thinking about here is that the right knee is going to pull in, right, pull in a little bit towards the midline. Yeah. Right knee keeps pulling in, pulling in, pulling in. Big breath, right? Receive. Exhale, release something, not the posture. Yeah, that was my wording, sorry. Yeah, take a breath in, receive, right? Like, what is it that you need to receive today? And without letting go of the posture, exhale, release something. Right, one more breath. Nice. Well-deserved. Let go of that back foot. Inhale, left arm circles down and around. Palms to the earth, tuck your back toes, lift your left knee up off the ground. Feel your hands push down, a little more tone through your shoulders, arms, belly. Exhale, quietly step your right foot back to your left. And then hold in plank. You might shift a little forward and back on your toes, but just kind of feel in an active posture, right? The difference between the right hip, right leg, left hip, left leg. Yeah, one more breath here. Exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. And then again, we're going to take that like little reset. Inhale, hide the toes, bend your knees. Exhale, lift your sit bones up and back. Inhale, straighten your legs and ground your heels. 5 deep breaths.
And breathe with your whole body. Spread your shoulder blades wide apart, tone the belly. Nice. Inhale, left leg rises up to the sky, 6 breath in, your timing. Toes down, hips square, strong core. Exhale, knee to left upper arm. And then step your foot outside of your left hand. Right, full breath in. There's a feeling of unsettling into the lunge. And then exhale, the back knee drops to the floor. So again, if you need a little padding under the right knee, this is a different knee, totally different situation. Angle your left toes out 45 degrees. Weight comes to your right hand on your shoulder. Inhale, left hand comes to your thigh. Right? And starts to press down and forward. Right? Down and forward. Like you could pull your leg a little bit out of the hip socket. You can begin to roll onto the pinky toe edge if you're not already there. Right? But we're not just pressing our arm into our leg and letting our leg go wherever it wants without any control in the hip. We're resisting, right? We're pressing back against the pressure of the hand. Otherwise, we just lose our strength and lose our stability. And we just become these like gummy little yoga bodies that are all flexibility and all stretched out and don't have, right, the necessary support that we really want. Nice, now you're gonna release that left hand to the ground under your shoulder, right? Heel toe your left foot in just a little bit. So again, that your knee is right over your ankle, right? And there's a little more hugging of your left shoulder, left knee in towards your shoulder. Then weight comes into left hand, inhale, right arm circles up, back and around, right? And maybe you can find your foot. Yeah, good job. If not, you've got a strap nearby, right? And eventually, right, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but eventually we're looking to grab the inner edge, the big toe edge of the foot, right? So that we can get some of that stretch through the pectorals, the front of our chest, right? A little bit more opening through the front head of the shoulder. Yeah. Now, quadriceps are probably one of the shortest, tightest muscles across the general population of like US culture. And that's because of all the sitting that we generally do, right? We're doing a little bit more of it with COVID, right? And work from home. So yeah, it can be intense, but how can we allow that and also release? Right? How can we be in this inhaling, receiving, and staying it, exhale, releasing? We've got 3 more breaths here. Fourth inhale, right, in your time, right hand comes forward and down, back knee releases. Right, tuck your back toes, lift right knee up off the floor. You're feeling a little more press through your hands, spread your shoulder blades, a little more tone in your arms, your belly. Exhale, quietly step back to plank. And then hold plank for a moment, right, a nice active posture to feel, right, that little echo, to feel the impact. Nice, exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Nice, now breathe in, come behind your toes, little bend in the knees. Take your hips up and back towards the sky and the ceiling. Exhale, this time drop your knees to the earth. Right, toes untuck, shift your hips back
child's pose. Inhale, walk your hands out in front of you together in prayer. Exhale, bend your elbows, bring your thumbs towards the base of your skull. When you land, walk your arms another inch forward. And as you exhale, see if you can heavy your heart, right? Your chest moving a little bit closer towards the ground. Hollow under your arms. Right? Like you can almost kind of hang into the shoulders from the connection of the elbows. Eyes can close. Expression on your face softens. You can invite your tongue to fall away from the upper roof, the upper palate into the base. Nice. And then as you inhale, straighten your arms, rise back up to all fours, find a tabletop. Exhale, round your back. Hug your belly in and up, drop your head. Inhale, hang your belly. Right, tailbone up, crown of the head rising. Exhale, neutral spine. Shift your hips back towards your heels. Swing your hips off to either side and take your legs around to the front. You want to come forward enough on your mat that you have some space to recline. Inhale, arms up overhead, flex your toes, right? Dandasana, feet are active. Exhale, fold forward without landing, just reach. Inhale, arms lift up to the sky, feet stay flexed. Exhale, lower halfway down, open wide across your collarbones, palms face up. Inhale, hands up to the sky, sit up tall, tone your belly. Exhale, reach forward, fold without landing, stretch. Inhale, all the way back up towards the sky. Exhale, widen your collarbones, palms face up, lower halfway down. One more time, breathe in. Go for a little more stretch, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Sustain here, take a breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, stretch your arms overhead. Exhale, hug your knees in towards your chest. Right, hands to your knees, your shins. Pull your thigh bones down against your belly. And let your eyes close or soften and steady your gaze. So we're really in a reclined child's pose. Now, as you're here, right, hugging into this tight little ball, feel back body against the earth. Low back, middle back, upper back, shoulder blades, weight of the head. And then from here, you can start to once again bring back that image, right, of water held in a Ziploc bag. And when you put that bag of water down onto the surface, it spreads out. The liquid takes up the full amount of space that it's allowed. Right? So we want to feel that liquid quality within us, knowing that we are mostly made of water, beginning to spread. The back body just grounded, supported, held. Nice. And then you'll let go of the holding of the legs, take your feet to the ground, open your arms wide, palms face up towards the sky. Take your legs long, feet wide to the front, wide corners of the mat. Snuggle your shoulder blades a little bit closer together behind you. And then take in a deep breath. Your deepest breath of the morning in through your nose. Top of your inhale, see if you can sip in a little bit more. Sip in a little bit more. Open mouth, exhale. Let the whole body sink. Sink down towards the ground. And we're going to end our practice together this morning, resting here in Shavasana. You might start to just notice the sounds in the room, in your house, further away. And take your time, right, when you feel called to do so, to make your way out. As always, I'll hang around for a few minutes if anybody wants to stay on. But otherwise, have a wonderful day. And I hope everybody gets to go outside and play in the snow.
When you said, is there anything anybody wants to work on? I thought we could work on finding the key to the various parts of our body so that we can unlock them.
That's more than one class, John.
That was maybe an in joke.